Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
We are starting today on page 166 of your math notebook. This was a video that was assigned as homework, I believe last week. I think all you had to do in that video was to find the diagonals of each 2D shape. Well, the diagonal of this rectangle gives us the diameter of the circle. So the diagonal of the rectangle is the same as the diameter of the circle. But a right triangle that's formed when you do that is this one right here. Okay, so let's look at page 167. So this is the page next to those notes, and you should have a date, title, and purpose from your IMN setup. We're going to take a look at the first shape, and we're going to find the length of that diagonal. So what is my A value on that first rectangle? The A value on that first rectangle is 8 feet. And the B value on the first one is 15 feet. And we're trying to find the C value. That's our unknown. What is the Pythagorean theorem? Awesome. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Any questions on that one? Now, do you see how we got a whole number? We got 17. That means that this right triangle is a Pythagorean triple. It is an 8, 15, 17 triangle. Now, if we would have known that side lengths 8 and 15 always have a hypotenuse of 17, do you think we had to do all this work? Nope. That's why knowing these are extremely important. All right, let's take a look at number 2. The second one is a square. What is our A side length on this square? We're looking for we created a right triangle. What's the length of the leg? 10 meters. And then it's a square, so all sides are the same, so B is 10 meters again. And we're trying to find C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. The square root of 200 is not a perfect square, but 2 times 100 has a perfect square in it and creates or multiplies together to be 200. So I'm going to rewrite this as the square root of 100 times 2 equals C. And then I'm going to split this up at the multiplication sign. The square root of 100 times the square root of 2 equals C. What's the square root of 100? 10. Square root, or 10 times the square root of 2 equals C. And this is meters. All right, on the last one, we want to find the area of the shaded region. What's the larger shape that we have? There are two shapes in this one. What's the bigger one? No. Do you see how the circle is, like the rectangle is inside the circle? Okay, so we're going to take the area of the circle and we're going to subtract the area of the rectangle. What is the formula for area of a circle? Does anyone know? The formula for area of a circle is pi r squared. Does anyone know the area for a rectangle? It is length times width I'm going to flip this over because I got to show you the picture now. All right. The radius is half of the diameter. How do we determine the length of the diameter? We determine the length of the diameter by finding the length of the hypotenuse on the rectangle. To do that, we need the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So we need to figure out what the radius is. So to find the radius, we know A equals 6 centimeters and B equals 10 centimeters. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So square root of that is approximately 12. Notice I changed over to an approximation. So the hypotenuse on our rectangle is the same value as the diameter on the circle. What's the radius of the circle? The radius is half of the diameter. So it's going to be half of 12. What's half of 12? 6. So we got the radius by saying 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now back to area. Pi times 6 squared minus the length, which is 10, times the width of 6. I'm just taking this information down here. What is 6 squared? 36. So this is 36 What's the value of pi? 3.14. So 36 times 3.14 minus, what is 60 times, or sorry, what is 10 times 6? 60. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. So 36 times 3.14 is, now this is all approximating at this point because we approximate way up there. So this is approximately 113.04 minus 60. So the area is approximately 53.04 squared centimeters.